Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. I've covered Revlon a couple times. Just another update on them. I was busy this morning, otherwise I would have bought this dip. I'm kind of pissed off about that now that I look at it, but that was a excellent climb. That would have been a heck of a good option right there, and boom. What was that, 45 minutes later? Could have got a pretty nice gain on it there, but here's what it looks like over the last year. So it's been coming down and falling to kind of this groove last week, almost 2 weeks ago, and then it's been taken off since then. So over the last 3 months it's actually in the green, just because of this here. In the last month it's in the green as well, up over 135%, so could have even got in back here and made some decent money on it. In the last week, it's up over 126, we'll just call it 127%, and here's a look at today, up another about 21%. So this is Revlon, currently at 873. You can see it changing, so a ton of volume on this one. Ticker REV. A friend of mine pointed this one out to me, I think on Tuesday, and I've been watching it ever since. So it's Revlon. They manufacture beauty and personal care products and quite a few other things. Feel free to stop the video and go over all of that. So just kind of anything beauty-wise there, and it nails, hair, perfumes, you name it. So been around since 1932. And you'd think a company this size and that many products, the stock could be doing a little bit better, but I guess not. So just depends on the company. And so market cap on this one is currently 460 million. High today is 869, low of 668, so almost a $2 swing in there. So 52-week high of 1765 and a low, wish I would have seen that back then, $1.08. So like I said, a lot of volume on this one, average of 77 million. It's showing right now 47 million. I think that's been in the hundreds before. So but lots going on with this one. So, and here's a look at their next earnings on August 4th. So something definitely to watch this one in the days and weeks to come. So over here on Microsoft Bing, currently showing it as a hold with a 1-year price target of 850. Revlon, the company needs even more debt financing, and this is just dated on the 23rd, so not too long ago. So they're an owner of several brands and seller of cosmetic, skincare, fragrance, and personal care products. Assume the company's Global Growth Accelerator program will help the company improve its free cash flow margins. Without sufficient innovative products and no transactions with third parties, future free cash flow will likely not be sufficient to pay the total debt outstanding. We're talking about the company as going through a reorganization process because of its level of debt. So there you can see just kind of piling on the debt. So but this is showing anywhere from about $2 to $8. So Revlon is the big short versus two strong short interest stocks. So after filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Revlon surged 50%, with retail investors calling it a top short squeeze opportunity. Could this be a top meme stock? Stocks with a high short interest can be risky, particularly in the current environment. Our top short squeeze stocks with strong buy recommendations offer superior fundamentals than standard short squeeze stocks. So the short stock screener offers a bullish stocks with a short interest above 10%. So you can get a screener here on Seeking Alpha. So you can probably get that on TD Ameritrade or a couple other different platforms as well. So but Revlon bankruptcy and Revlon stock price. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, it's Revlon, and Revlon filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, citing multiple reasons, including competition, $3.4 billion in mounting debt, and supply chain disruptions that have made getting access to ingredients difficult. And no makeup movement didn't help, so they're probably talking about the pandemic back in 2020. And I still think there's a lot of people out there with no makeup on, so it's either too much or none. So, but factoring in consumer spending is down amid high inflation and higher interest rates. It's no wonder Revlon long-term outlook appears bleak. So, another problem. So, retail figures showcased a pullback of 0.3%, and according to a national leader, BDO's Retail and Consumer Products Industry Group, looks like inflation has finally caught up to consumers, and they are starting to pull back on their spending. So we're probably going to see that more here in the days and weeks and probably months to come, and we'll see what the Christmas season, shopping season brings forth this in the next couple months as well, with the inflation, everything going on, gas prices. Who knows if those will go down like they usually do in the winter or not, and who knows what's going to actually bring gas down. So people still got to drive. So given that the monthly retail sales data is not adjusted, the inflation, this decline means consumers are spending significantly less than they would expect to see at a normal inflation rate of 2 to 3%. That's not shopping the short interest. And while I typically shy away from stocks, poor quant ratings and fundamentals, especially those filing for bankruptcy, some stocks can file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and rebound. So we'll see what happens with this one. But a perfect example of former meme stock is Hertz, or HTZ. And you can see that one's still going, so which made a comeback after its bankruptcy, and the stock is now trading above $17 per share. And this shows 1826. Will Revlon have a similar recovery? Bankruptcy stocks that tend to have a sudden rebound usually do so in two ways. Short squeeze, which is what's kind of going on now, or a takeover bid or buyout by another company, and that's been in talks with Revlon as well. So run it up, and maybe it'll go up some more if they buy out. Maybe it'll come back down. Who knows what's going to happen with this one, but definitely fun to watch. So short squeeze on Revlon, buy or not. Revlon was trending and was the most active stock last Friday, with more than 146 million shares traded. While bankruptcy does not guarantee that a company is dead in the water, Revlon is damaged goods that can emerge from reorganization, or perhaps the refuel from the Reddit world of investors. And so that's kind of what's going on now. That's a friend of mine pointed this one out to me, and I wish I would have got into it earlier, like a week ago, or even a week ago last Thursday. But current market cap of 193.95 million. Currently as a hold, rating out of 127 out of 184. Industry ranking 17 out of 31. So the popular beauty brand develops and sells personal care products worldwide, founded in 1932 in New York, is among the oldest well-known beauty brands globally, and there's nothing pretty about its bearish trend. So I just don't know what's going on with all the fundamentals on this one. Why it's an old company, it's got to be profitable, you would think, being around that long and having as many products as they are, but yet they're going through Chapter 11, so maybe it's just a reorganization, maybe it'll take back off, who knows. So just speculating, but here's their debt structure. You can pause the video and go over that. I'm not going to go into details on that, but factor grades, considering the factor grades below, to rate a stock's investment characteristics on a relative basis and instantly compare them to its sector. Company is solid from a valuation stance. However, over the last 90 days, the stock has received down endless revisions, and the company's below growth C+, profitability C-, and momentum C- grades are just above average. There's a look at the factor grades, and I'm just going to keep scrolling through the information. There's quite a bit of it right there, but it looks like that's the end of it. Revlon Extends Rally at 650% from low as retail traders pile in, and this is just dated on Wednesday. So their Extends Rally to 650% from low as retailer trades pile in. So, and currently you can see it's up over 15% here. So, but again, traders piled in, driving its gains from a record low to 650% as individual investors look to strike a quick profit while ignoring the fundamentals of the troubled cosmetics giant. So it's just going to be a short play. Some of them probably got in, bought a bunch, and they're probably out of it already. So, and it's still dancing around in price. So the stock surged 34% on Wednesday, bringing gains from an all-time low to more than 650% as trading volume continued to soar past recent trends. Retail traders have been helping to drive gains, piling in nearly $18 million over the past week. Data from Vander Research show. And so there's been a lot of piling into this one, as you can see by the volume. Currently at $8.30, currently showing it as a hold here. So, but if you're in Revlon, go ahead and list that in the comments and what you bought into it, or if you did an option, that'd be interesting to know, or if you got this dip here. So unfortunately I missed that one. I would have definitely got in on that one. Could have sold and rebought and bought here again, so could have played this one a couple times. But that's it for Revlon. I'll keep watching this one. Might make a couple more videos on it, depending on the action, just kind of seeing how many views we can get on this and see how many people are watching it. So feel free to leave comments, and if there's any other short squeeze ones you want me to take a look at and do a video, or if there's any stocks out there, just any stocks period, I'd be happy to take a look and do a video on it. So comments are always welcome. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just state my opinion. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.